Hey everyone, happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. Today's May 4th. It's the beginning of May, and in May we're going to be doing something a little bit different that I'm really excited about. Each day you'll have a different challenge problem, and these problems are more like math riddles. It's a chance for you to practice perseverance in math class. So these are not problems where you can just get at the answer really quickly. You're going to have to think hard about the problems and use different problem solving strategies. So you might need to think abstractly, so using pictures, or you might just need to take more time actually working through the problem. Good luck, and please remember that you can always reach out through Zoom or email if you have questions. I miss all of you. Please start by making sure you have the date and the title on the top of your warm-up. And then I wrote it down like this, where I used a variable to represent each of the pictures that I saw. So you can draw out the pictures, or you can do something like this if you want. Then please pause the video so that you can figure out the value of each fruit. All right, let's work through it. So I'm looking for different patterns. One thing I noticed on this first one is that it's only including watermelons. So I'm going to start there because there's only one type of fruit involved. So I know each of these is going to have the same value, so the same number. So I can think, what times 3, since there's 3 of them, equals 36? So I'm thinking, what number multiplied times 3 is equal to 36? And I know that 12 times 3, or 12 plus 12 plus 12, would equal 36. Oh, my pencil's not really working. Let me grab a pen. Okay, so W is equal to 12. This is where we need to use some mathematical thinking and some repeated reasoning. So we're using what we solved for in the first one to help us out with the second one. So now I know that 12 can go in for W. So now I have 12 plus what equals 28. Okay, I'm going to subtract the 12 off each side to see what these would be needing to equal. So 28 minus 12, 8 minus 2, 6, 2 minus 1, 1. Okay, so I know that these two have to be equal to 16, so that I can have 12 plus 16 equaling 28. So now I'm thinking, what plus what gives me 16? And I know 8 plus 8 equals 16, and so that gives me this answer that I need. So I have 12 plus 8 plus 8 would all equal 28. So my W is 12, and each P is equal to 8. I'll write that over here, make sure I box it so that I know that that's one of my answers. Okay, and again, we're going to use what we just solved for the next part of the problem. So it's kind of this process of like one thing building off of the next. So now I'm going to put my 8 over here. So P is equal to 8. If we know that P is equal to 8, we're thinking 8 minus what equals 3. So if I have 8, how many would I need to take away from 8 to be left with 3? So for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I have 8, but I'm trying to be left with only 3, that means I would need to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. That means that B, the bananas, are equal to 5. As you can see, this is a complicated problem that includes a lot of different math. I tried to explain my thinking in a way that makes sense to others, but there's many different ways that you could have solved for what the watermelon, the peach, and the banana are equal to, you're going to have a chance to practice some similar reasoning in the next part as you do the checkpoint. I really want to emphasize that these are not meant to be mental math problems, and they're also not meant to be easy. It's not meant to be something that you can just look at and know the answer right away. You will need to think through them, write down a lot of different thinking, and it might feel a little bit messy. You might even try out a few different numbers and realize something doesn't make sense and need to try something, build off of your mistakes, or edit your thinking. Those are all really important math skills that I hope you use on these problems. So just like on the warm-up, you'll be using some repeated reasoning and strategies to solve the Star Wars problems. So you can think of some of the reasoning we used here and use a similar process on the next set of problems. Please show your work in your notebook or on a piece of paper, and then you're going to be solving for what the question mark is equal to. So at the end, you'll see that there's a question mark. You're trying to get to that question mark to see what would that be equal to if you solve for all of the pieces along the way. Again, embrace the challenge, use some perseverance and growth mindset, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be on Zoom on Monday at 10:30 a.m. and I'll be on Zoom on Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. So if you're feeling especially stuck or you have some extra questions, then you can hop on then and then talk to some of your classmates as well. This is your checkpoint question. You're solving for the question mark at the bottom. May the 4th be with you and stay safe out there. Bye everyone.